Yo, what's going on, fam? Let me pull this up so I can check out the comments as we go through this training today. So this is going to be a really good training for you guys, especially if you're maybe newer to sales, or maybe you're just getting familiar with taking calls like back to back to back, or maybe you're just like moving into a new niche, new industry you know nothing about. So we're going to talk about you dealing with the nerves as you're getting on the call, so this way you're able to approach the call like the sales pro you are. So this way there's not a guessing game, there's not a where do I drive my confidence. A lot of the time, guys, if you're new to sales or you're new to a new industry, you're going to have a little bit of doubt because maybe you don't have all the product knowledge you wish you had, or maybe you weren't as fluent in the actual framework that you're learning, right? With that new industry or new company, new offer, whatever. So as always, guys, we're going to drop some super hot value today. We've got about 10 minutes here. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you watch this on YouTube, and give us a thumbs up if you're watching on Facebook Live. We've got nearly a dozen people on right now. So go ahead and show some love. Spread the reach so this way more people can see it, all right? And drop a comment below. Let me know where you're watching from. So we're going to get into this right now and talk about the three things. These are just three simple mindsets that if you can develop these three things, you're going to be able to approach any new sales territory, whether that's you getting used to a new call flow, new offer, new industry, or maybe you're just brand new to sales, right? Or maybe if you're an experienced, sales pro where you're going in, now you're handling more calls than you're used to. Maybe you've got new leads that are all hot and you're not hunting your own leads. These are just all different scenarios, right, that this could play into when you get, nerves. You're nervous, right? So let's get into the first one. This will be act as if, okay? So acting as if. So the whole deal here is to act like you've been there before, guys. Got this, what the heck? Coffee's for closers, right? Gotta have my coffee here. Nice, delicious. By the way, coming out with merch soon, so be on the lookout for that. But anyways, you want to act like you have $1 million in your bank account if you don't. You want to act like you've solved this problem 1,000,000 times, even if you haven't yet. You want to act like this isn't your first time doing the deal, okay? Act as if. This is going to be number one, okay? Super important. Act like you've been there before, okay? So this way you don't come off as it's your first time. So that's going to be the first one. Number two is to detach yourself, okay? So the whole goal with this is to detach yourself from the outcome, okay? A lot of the time we get so caught up, what's up, man? We get so caught up in the fact that we want to achieve the sale, or we want to acquire X, right? Or we want to do X or whatever that is. We get so caught up in that sometimes we tend to cling onto the outcome, and then we get nervous because we think we're losing something that we actually haven't even acquired yet. Okay? So I'm going to say that again just so you can, or you can replay it back, but a lot of the time people are afraid to lose something they haven't acquired yet because they have attached themselves to the outcome. If you detach yourself from the outcome and you focus on the process as a byproduct, you will achieve X outcome depending on how well you execute the process, okay? So you want to detach yourself from the outcome and focus more on falling in love with the process, and then learning how to identify gaps and misses in your process. And as a byproduct, you will have that outcome in abundance, okay? So you can go ahead and play that back if you want to. We're going to go on to the next one here, and I'll answer a few of the questions. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, again, let me know where you're watching from. Drop any questions. I'll come back to the video and answer them. If you're watching this on Facebook Live, then obviously I'm going to answer those questions here on Facebook Live. So number three is to trust your instinct, okay? Now, a lot of the time, what happens, and we're careful not to do this too, but a lot of time what will happen, especially as you learn new things, right? New things that are going to take your game to the next level. A lot of the time what happens is you tend to kind of get too in the trenches with what's written down or what somebody says, and what happens is you lose yourself in pursuit of acquiring your higher self. Okay, so I'm going to say that again just in case, or you could replay it, but more times than not, sales pros that are ascending to the next level, or talented sales reps ascending to sales pro, you know, the C player going to B player going to A player, right, is you tend to lose your natural ability in pursuit of the next level, your higher self. Okay, so you don't want to do that. What you want to do is take the frames that work, right, and embed them gradually into your already talented self. Okay, so trust your instinct. You're practicing all the time, you're reading over the framework, you're watching videos like this one on how to be great at sales. This is your practice. Okay, when you're on the sales call, guys, that is that's game time. You're under the lights, right? But when you're doing all this intentional learning, like you're watching this video now, you need to understand that all this is going to subliminally plant itself into your mindset. As you practice it, you're getting more repetitions, you're going to be able to fluently start to consciously inject that new thing that you're learning into the sales call, right? You're going to get better at it. So you need to be able to trust your instinct to know that whatever happens, I will be prepared for it. And say that to yourself. Affirm that to yourself, that it will be real and it will become real. I'm feeling like a preacher right now, but I'm just saying that these are the 3 steps, and those are the ways in which you apply these 3 steps to make sure that you absolutely dominate on the call, even if you're new to sales, you're learning a new offer, you have a new call framework, you're with a new company. You can do these 3 things and you are going to shock yourself, right? With how simple it can be when you just show up and be present, right, in the sales call. These 3 things will help you do that and will happen. So let me get into this right now. Check these out. Dylan says, I feel special right now. Love it. It's awesome, man. Dylan's also in our Art of Sales mentorship program, where we help agencies and companies develop better sales systems to be able to crush some quotas. And let me see here. If I only pitch from the beginning or showing the audit I made for their website, is that bad? Here's the thing. If you're making an audit and you're trying to present something to somebody without knowing that they need it, that's the first problem. Okay, that's like taking stabs in the dark and hoping that you hit something. If you want to get the job done right the first time without putting any unnecessary time into the equation, then you need to let the client tell you what they want and you just say yes if you can fulfill it. I know that sounds kind of funny. We talk about this in our private trainings in the Art of Sales. Where we work with clients, but you position your framework when you get on a call in a way that allows the prospect to tell you all the different degrees of pain and their levels of urgency, so this way you can lean into what's most important that will create the most immediate impact, and lean out of the smoke screens of things they want but are not necessary today. So that's the offer that you present. I know I kind of said a lot there. You can go back and rewatch this again. If we don't have any more questions, guys, as they pop up, we're going to call this one. I'm actually jumping on another call in 4 minutes. But again, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on Facebook Live, share the video or like the video. Help us expand the reach so more people can see it. And I'd love to hear your comments and feedback down below on what you thought about the video. Again, if you guys want to work with us, you can reach out to me. We'll pin a link below so you can check that out. But hope this was incredibly helpful, guys. Don't deal with nerves anymore by just doing these 3 things, and you will be able to start conquering your emotion on the sales call to come off as a sales pro. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.